Wizard Bal here. So you want a tank, but you're afraid you might die, or you're just not sure how things are going to turn out. Well, it doesn't matter. Nobody does. So let's start with some basics. Active mitigation. For the warrior here, it's shield block. This is important. Active mitigation on all classes. This is how you tank. So identify your active mitigation and make this an important button. For druids, active mitigation happens to be Iron Fur. For paladins, active mitigation happens to be Shield of the Righteous. So identify these. They're very important. So now how would you put it to use? Well, let's see. I'm going to pull this group, do some AoE, kind of get aggro on everything, stun them. Now I use my shield block, my mitigation. So now all the damage coming in is being mitigated, helping the healer a great deal. So I'm working as hard as I can to keep this mitigation up as long and make it as effective as I can. So when damage is coming in, this is when I want to use it. When damage isn't coming in, of course, you don't want to use it. So just keep practicing this, you know, it doesn't happen instantly, and you'll get better and better. So now sometimes things don't go the way you planned. For example, you want to pull this dog, and you're thinking, okay, alright, let's pull this processing unit. Hunter says no, let me just pull it all for you. So you're just going to try to get aggro, you know, don't get upset, it's not that big of a deal. I threw a stun down thinking they would kill everything on the other side, but unexpectedly those slimes came over the hills, so don't panic. This is what the cooldowns are for. So keep your mitigation up, step out of stuff, don't be standing in AoE, and if you have a self-heal, use it. Like I just used my impending victory, brought me up a bunch of health because I knew I wouldn't have shield blocks. So keep a level head in times like this. I'm trying to kill this junkyard dog so I can get another heal off of him. So there, I've gotten a free heal, I use it, and I'm up. So just be aware, I still have other cooldowns, you know, I haven't gone through everything yet. It's just easier if you don't panic and don't use all your cooldowns at once. Just start to layer them and you'll survive. So now you ask, where is it you can practice this in private? Well, go to your class trainer. They provide a proving grounds, which is for DPS, heal, or tank, and I highly suggest it. Very good practice. So if you finish that, or you're ready for the next step, let's just go look at some mythics. 6, a 3, no. Let's find something I'm familiar and comfortable with. A 0, a tall. Oh, alright, here we go. Now's the time to take our first steps as a tank. So now we're going to step it up to a +2. And it's fine to do it in baby steps. That's what the book tells us. And we work our way all the way up to a 10. This is where things get a little more involved, and you want to be a little more serious. You let your group know if you have any special requests, and you can even work out a path. So finally, I want to talk about Azerite. It's not as important, it's kind of secondary to how you play. Your playstyle is far more important, but choose things that go with your playstyle. And here you can see this one isn't a damage choice, it's tank choice. You know, sometimes they have damage choices like Heed My Call, but you can choose a helpful healing choice or a tanky choice instead. So keep an eye out for these things when it comes to Azerite. And then we're looking at neck essences. You know, just kind of read through. There are a lot of choices. You can decide for yourself. Personally, I chose Touch of Everlasting. Gives me a free death essentially every 10 minutes, or a free Ankh, if you will. And the other things here I have are just versatility. You know, versatility helps reduce damage you take, or this one heals you when you avoid some damage. Mostly talents, Azerite, and neck essences like this. These are all less important than remembering to keep your cooldowns and active mitigations going.